What the heck am I doing? Big projects on the way, but where are they going to live has been what I've been thinking about. If you've been watching me, you know. The only constant in life is change. Throughout almost a decade of my life, and really in the last few years, I've been pushing hard to get closer and closer to the person that I see a vision of myself being. Like, subscribe for videos reviewing. It's an ever-expanding goal, and life is about the journey, not the destination, because the end journey is actually death. But with life, there comes a lot of different choices. And when I built the vision for myself, it actually was quite easy. In the very beginning, it was about, not drinking, not drugging. I've always had a pretty good moral compass, so that wasn't an issue. But figuring out what my passions were, what I liked to do, and how I wanted to make money. What kind of person did I want to be in the eyes of the world? And I found it. A lot of people don't in their whole life. Even successful people sometimes do not find their passions. And I am very grateful to the universe and to anybody watching my videos that I have not only found my passion, but have found a small audience so far that like to watch me in my passionate pursuit. But like life, there are lots of choices in this path, both in the YouTube path and in the filmmaking path, which are basically the same path, at least in my circumstance. And recently, things have been changing for the better. When I decided to get into video and becoming a YouTuber, because that was the best route to get my videos out into the world, it was still very easy. It was about learning. It was about consuming as much information as I possibly could. It was about turning on my super special superpowers of obsession and addiction towards video editing. And it worked. And I'm still doing it. Learning, like the rest of it, is continuous. And I love learning. But I've gotten to a point where I know enough where I can actually do what I want with it to the most part. And also, since the last video of telling you that I was putting myself out there, I've been pushing myself hard, making cold calls, I've been hitting up old friends, I've been advertising online, and I have actually gained some clients. And I've actually started to make money with my editing skills. Old me almost doesn't believe it. I made a plan, I worked on that plan for a long time, years, with nothing. A couple friends really gave me the hoo-ha, yay, no money. I got pats on the back from my mom and dad, learning, failure. And now, even though my own projects aren't paying me, I am starting to work on other people's projects and getting paid to video edit. It's a hard job. Matter of fact, it's harder than I thought it would be in a lot of ways. You gotta stay organized and you gotta stay concentrated. And sometimes the projects, because they're not yours, aren't as interesting as, say, when I'm making a YouTube video. However, I am proud of myself. I will take that win. I set my goal a long time ago and it's actually starting to pay off. But then there's my personal projects. What do I do now? And I thought about it. If you've watched my last couple videos, you know that I created another channel. And I've also been experimenting on other platforms such as TikTok and Snapchat, making other series and kind of experimenting there to see if people are interested in different video series. And I thought, maybe I'll put out my best work on a new channel, and that will be like my showcase of the best stuff. From anybody that finds me there and doesn't know about this channel, they would just think that I was always as good as I am. Not saying that I'm Quentin Tarantino or Quentin Tarantino's editor, not saying I'm perfect, but I ain't at day one. This channel has some videos way back that are, and I didn't know what the heck I was doing. And that made me think, maybe the algorithm hates me. Maybe because my niche is kind of all over the place, even though it does make sense to me. I've thought about recently, I'll get to that starting over was the best route, because I've seen these channels of it's very obvious that these people know what they're doing, but I've seen these channels that have 5 videos and all of them have thousands if not millions of views. And it's because they've honed their skills either on other channels or through other avenues, other projects. They've all been working for years. They've all been working maybe as hard as me and maybe for longer. But it doesn't show through their channel because they just recently started their channel and uploading their best work, very planned out, very edited. Sometimes they have even teams and they deserve it. However, I've been thinking about it and how I want to go about it. And because I'm starting to get work other ways, because my time is limited, I've been thinking I do want to keep it all on one channel. It feels like the route has gotten a little bit more confusing. My journey has a lot more choices now that I've gone down the path and the trail is starting to split in different directions. It It's becoming a lot more nuanced. I don't know if you believe in astrology, but I'm a Libra, and these decisions, I can see all the sides of them. I can see the benefits and risks and different nuances about different decisions that I can make going forward in my career and on YouTube as a whole. Do I want to have a bunch of different channels? Would I be more successful if I had a bunch of different channels that were more pinned down and niched? Maybe I would. That is what I was thinking. Now that there's new avenues and I've realized the more certain way to go where I can be more guaranteed to make money and make this into a career is actually with the video editing itself, and hopefully later with filming itself. As I get more jobs, I can buy more gear, and eventually I'll have a good enough camera that I can actually start getting jobs that way. I live in a rural community, so editing is a good avenue because it's online and I can pick up the proxies online or whatever the footage is, edit it up, upload it to the internet, and I can basically work with anybody across the world, particularly if they speak English. But then it leaves like, what am I doing with YouTube? Sure, I want YouTube to be my main source of income. Who wouldn't? And maybe someday I'll blow up. And like, I want to release some of the best videos I've ever made. Right now I'm working on a really big project that's really planned out that I said would release on the new channel on October 1st. But now I'm thinking it's going to be on this channel. And what that means for this channel is sometimes you'll click on my videos and they'll be similar to this. And sometimes you'll click on my videos and it will be extremely planned out. There will be videos that are planned out and highly scripted and edited. There'll be videos that are lightly planned out, scripted and edited. And there'll be videos that are kind of off the cusp, maybe with a couple pinpoints like this video that's very freestyle. Probably mostly this, with the occasional once every month or two with a big banger. And hopefully people will enjoy it. As far as what I'm going to be concentrating on, it will be the film industry because that's what I'm obsessed with. But it will also touch on mental health, and it will try to stay fun for the regular person that just wants to enjoy watching the journey. I want to attract all sorts of people. I want to attract kind people. When I started thinking of branching to a new channel, I started thinking of more and more ideas that would require a third channel and a fourth channel. But now I'm thinking, I'm only one person. I don't have a team, and this is YouTube. The way it's going to be for now is I'm going to have different sections of this channel. They're all going to be kind of in the same niche, filmmaking and the mental health that comes with it, because that's who I am. I'm the niche. Along with a place that I can plop down some like crazy work that I've been working my ass off that I just want to show people. I want this channel to be based on film in a personal way. This channel is based on people, with filmmaking on the side. Now, getting into business, many would say that I should strategize and make all my videos about video editing and camera reviews and lighting and how-tos and what-tos and blah, 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 blah. However, one, I don't want to. I want this to be an artistic outlet. And two, I think there's just too many channels doing that already. This channel is more of a reality television show with different shows based on different subjects, but all of them are following my career in editing and filmmaking. And I know this video is all over the place, but the reason I'm making it is because I want a point in history where I did start strategizing a little bit. I am going to be a little bit more focused on a few different subjects, mainly staying happy in life and pursuing your dreams, coming up with a plan and then executing it, and how I did that, advice to do that, and seeking out others that have done the same and what their advice and what they say on how to do that, which relates to what else I'm talking about, which is filmmaking and how to do those types of things. I think there's enough people talking about the nuances of different cameras, and I love cameras, I love computers, and I do want to talk about the tools that creatives need to create their creations, but also the mind state that you have to be in order to get any sort of success. Because like I said, when I started this journey, I didn't even really think it was possible. I just knew that it was better to do it than not to do it. And I am nowhere near like successful in any sense of the word, but I do feel successful because it's starting to work. I am starting to get jobs. I am starting to get views, even if it's only like 50 to 100 views or even like 20 views. At the beginning, I was getting like 3 and they were all like my mom. One of the best advice I ever got from a role model of mine in my early 20s, one of the few people that wanted to see me do good, was celebrate small successes. Maybe I'll do a video about that. So I wanted this video to be that moment, both for me and for my viewers. If a viewer sees an older video and then notices that I'm much more focused. In the later ones, I want a video that they can see in my catalog that's like, oh, that's when they changed. If they find me in 4 years from now and it's all boom, 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 boom about maybe a playlist that's more about like the mental mind state of becoming your best self, another one that's just fun talking about how they did XYZ movie, how did I get to where I'm at, wherever that is in the future, along with the gear and tools that we use. We need powerful computers in order to create the types of edits that we want to create. We need good cameras in order to get the pictures that we want. God knows I would like a new camera, although I love my camera. And you know what's funny about YouTube is I'm putting that effort into it for me, to create the best thing that I can possibly create, something that I can focus on and keep my mind right, something that pushes me as an editor, working on graphics in Fusion, working on color grades, and really pushing myself as a filmmaker. Thanks for watching, and I'll either see you in the next video or I'll see you in the next live, but hopefully in the next video.